So come on up to sitting if you like. Welcome along if this is your first time. And let's make a start with our half-hour yoga. Great to have you all here again. Come to a seated pose that's comfy for you. From a couple of messages I got before, I think there's some completely new people joining us today, so neat to have you here. If sitting on the floor is not comfortable for you, just sit on a chair or lean against the wall. I always like to sit on a folded blanket or a cushion or something. Just lifts the hips a bit. Some people need to lift up a bit higher. So long as your knees aren't too far up above your hips, they'll let your pelvis and your back sit pretty comfy. Okay, invitation to close your eyes. Remembering that everything I suggest is an invitation. This is your class. If anything doesn't work for you, just change it so that it does best you can. So take the first little bit of class to just tune into exactly where we are in the world right now, and you're coming into your own personal bubble. Your own body, emotion, heart and soul. So just feeling into the physicality of where you are. Feel where your legs and your bottom are sitting. Feel where your lungs are and feel them move. Every inhale, the lungs press out into your ribs. Ribs press out to your skin. Skin presses into your clothing. Maybe feel your heart beating. You're feeling the sensation of your clothes on your body. And also feeling where your skin is exposed, feeling the temperature of the air on your bare skin. Just little cues to tune into the subtleties of where you are in the world right now and hone your awareness in on yourself. I like to think about a yoga practice as really coming into your personal bubble, and we've all got a bit more familiar with the idea of bubbles at the moment. Just making sure that this, your own personal bubble, is a space that you feel really safe in and loved, a place that you want to come back to. Often we can slip into, whether it's a yoga practice or something else, either criticizing our bodies for not moving the way we want to or looking the way we want to, maybe the same with our emotions. So just an invitation to sense that this place is for you, to set up a place for kindness and caring for yourself rather than beating yourself up on the mat. Nice work, everyone. So keep that in the back of your mind as we move into a bit of breath work. So sitting up nice and tall, eyes closed if you want. As you inhale now, stretch your arms overhead with a bit of a sense of an actual stretch there, reaching up. And as you exhale, just float them on down. And we'll keep doing this a few more times. Inhale. Reaching up. Nice stretch like you've just had a bit of a nap after a little pause. And slowly coming down. I'm quite into this thing called pandiculation at the moment. So pandiculation is what our body does to naturally reset itself after either a nap or just being really still for a while, like a cat does after it's been still. So maybe you come into almost sense of a bit of a yawn and a pull in, and then a big stretch out. Now, no one is looking, so just make this feel right for you. We'll do a few more, so you might want to try a couple of different angles. So kind of pull the arms up and in, and then reach them out. Maybe try a different angle on the side, or forwards or back, and slowly let it come down. Okay, now I've just been talking over top of you for a bit, so just get into feeling. Feel a reach, stretch in the inhale and the down, and we'll do two more. Last one at your own pace. What? Nice work. And then when you're ready, we'll come on to all fours. So nice little stretch and wriggle to get going today. So coming on to hands and knees for the cat-cow position. So the cat pose is with head down and bottom down, stretching through the back of the body. Just go gently to begin. And then the cow pose is you do the opposite. Arch the back by lifting your sit bones, pull the chest forward and draw the head back, shoulders back. And keep doing that a few more times. So just arch your back in one direction and then the other. Inhale as you're coming up. And exhale as you go down. So do a few more. Just moving really mindfully as you go. Making sure you can feel your way so you're not likely to slip too far into a movement or further than your body is ready to go right now. Nice work. Okay, so just finishing that off, whatever other little wriggles you need in that position. Then we're going to turn this into a little warming, moving sequence. I'm just going to make a bit more space. You can keep the knees on the ground the whole time with this, but if you want to pull them off the ground every now and then, it'll make it a little bit more intense, okay? So fingers spread really wide under your shoulders at the moment. Tuck your toes under. I think you can kind of see me side on. Okay, so here we go. Brace with your belly and pull your knees off the floor in this position and start moving towards down dog by taking your bottom back over your heels. Stretch the arms out and then lift your bottom up and back as far as you can and start straightening your legs. Just gentle. Again, don't push into your area. Your body's not ready to go yet. Good work. My legs are not ready to straighten yet today. How's that dog for you? Cool. Okay, so that's downward facing dog, or kind of. We're going to move into plank pose. Again, put your knees down if you need. So pull your body forward. You might need to wiggle your legs back or feet back a little bit and pause at the top of the plank. Again, knees down if you want. Okay, plank pose. Again, nice and strong through your middle. Keep the hips buoyant, whether you've got your knees on or off the ground. And we're moving to a tricep press or chaturanga. So go down halfway, pull your elbows in, slowly come down, pause. I'm going to put my knees down and go back into child's pose, which means push your bottom back to your heels, soften the feet, head towards the floor, knees wide if you need a bit more space, soften the hands. Well done. Okay, now we're using this as a warming sequence, so let's keep going. So come back into the cat and we'll do it again. Roll into the cow. Inhale. Tuck your toes under, hover the knees off the ground if you can, and take your bottom back past your heels as far as you can. Then start straightening your legs. Straighten your legs as far as feels okay. Pause and come forward into plank pose. Good work. Pause at the top of your plank, nice and strong. Slowly lower towards chaturanga. Put your knees down and go back into child's pose. Woo! If you feel you're getting a bit stuck when you do that, don't go so low in the tricep press. Okay, here we go again. Cat pose, exhale. Inhale up into the cow. Toes under, exhale, take your bottom back, strong work in the legs, then slowly straighten them. Come forward into the plank pose, shoulders forward of the hands there if you can, and then slowly lower towards chaturanga and push back. Yep, back, nice work. 2 more times. Here we go. Cat, cow, toes under. Slow, steady push. You don't want to miss all the good work. And also going too fast, sometimes you can miss feeling what is safe. Come forward into the plank. Knees down if you need. Slowly lower, brace with the belly. Press back into child. You got it. Okay, try one more time through. Rounding the back. And then starting to straighten the back as you come back in towards the dog. Strong, straight, long line through into plank pose, knees down as you need, chaturanga, and child's pose. Good work. Take a mini break there, turn with your palms up, just stay with that soft back position, and notice how you feel after that. Did you get a little bit warmer? Nice work. All right. Slowly come on up to kneeling. And we'll move into a little lunge. So step one leg forward. Now if you think you'll need for balance or support, you could have a chair or a table beside you, even something soft underneath the back knee if you need it. And just working on getting a nice sense of opening along this front line of the body here. So from the knee up through the leg, lifting the chest, maybe you feel the lift open up through there too. Let's have the hands on that leg or the chair if you need it. And just really push into your front leg, the front foot. See if you can feel that right into that side of your bottom so you know you're nice and steady. Good work. And then explore. Is it okay for you to lunge a little deeper today? So your knee, your hip, your back or something might give you a message, no, that's too far. Just listen to it and adjust as you need. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest if you can. So quite strong in the back here as you lift the chest. And if it feels okay, take your arms back. Maybe they'll go alongside your ears. And just pause here for a little bit. Keep pushing into that front leg. Really opening right along the front of the body. And then slowly bring the hands back down. We'll do the other leg. So go through either dog or cat pose to get to the other side. Or any change that works for you. Take your other leg forward. Get steady, spread the toes at the front. Push strong into that foot and feel it right into your bottom. Nice one. Roll the shoulders back. Just take a moment on that side, maybe move in and out a little bit. Just sensing that you've got a really good connection of strength support with that leg, with your leg. Okay, and then maybe lunge a little bit deeper. Tail down, that thing back there between your legs. Lift your chest. How's that going? Maybe a little further. Roll the shoulders back, maybe the arms back, or if you can over your head, that's a little bit harder. Keep pushing into your front foot. Maybe lunge a little deeper. Nice big breath there. And slowly come on through. Good work. Cat or dog again to change sides. One more time. We'll do it one more time on the other side. Okay, step through. So this time I'll give you an advancement option, which is straightening the back leg with your foot flat. Can you see my foot? There's my foot. I can't see it. Okay, so have a look at your back foot and check, even if you're not going to do this, just try and see that your heel is pointing up and the foot is pretty flat rather than twisted off to one side. Okay, then look back at the front foot nice and steady. Get strong and steady there. And we'll do a couple of kind of tentative lift-offs just to see how you go. Hold on to the chair if you need. Strong in the belly, push strong into that foot. See if you can push into the front foot and lift the knee off the ground at the back a little bit and come back down. Do that again. Go back down. And if that's working okay for you, you can stay here on this third one. Otherwise, keep your knee down and do the lunge again. So kind of what we did before. Maybe you lunge a bit further and deeper. Lean the chest back. And if that felt okay for you, reach the arms back. Draw the ears back. So here's stretching the whole superficial front line from the back of your ears, the back of your head, through the neck, the front line, down that leg, right through to the top of your foot. One more breath. And slowly come down again. Change legs, your choice, dog or cat. Maybe wiggle out in the middle. Step through the other leg. Nope, that's the other leg. That is the other leg. I'm here. I'm present. How about you? Okay, push into the front foot. Have a look at your back heel. Line it up. Nice one. And then do those little tries. So just push into the front foot. Make sure as you're doing those little lifts off the back knee that you're not getting any pain there. If that happens, just keep the knee on the ground. You can try adjusting the pelvis. Third one. So either stay with it or keep the knee down. Maybe you can straighten the leg more, maybe lunge more. Maybe lean back, roll the shoulders back. Make sure you feel steady. And if it's okay for you, take your arms back. Keep bending backwards, whoop, to open the front line more. Keep moving my eyes around so I can keep an eye on the camera, but that does not help with balance. Okay, one more big breath. And then slowly come down. Good work. That was the last one. Step forward and stand up. Roll up to standing into Tadasana. Maybe give your legs a shake out if you need. I'll just move back a little. Cool. So do a little balance pose. First of all, we'll just stay steady in Tadasana. So spread your toes. Feel and maybe look, see your feet are under your hips. And stand up nice and tall. 3 big breaths here. Option to lift your arms overhead as you go if you want. Inhale, arms up, exhale down. So you're taking this good pause here to really ground into your feet, especially as after this next one, we'll just be standing on one leg. And so you really want to be steady on that smaller support that you have. Okay, good work. Okay, so standing on one leg, pick up the heel of the other foot. And then nice and steady through the middle, trying to keep your hips square. Can you lift the foot off the floor? Cool. Okay, so if you need to and you're a bit wobbly, either stand by the wall or keep that toe on the floor. Can you flex the foot? Good work. Roll the shoulders back again, lift the chest. And let's try with those kind of cactusy arms. Spread your fingers out. Good work. Now push into the base foot and get a little bit taller. Cool. Now notice if the leg or the foot is in the air, if you're sticking your bum out the side, try and swing it into the middle. Try and really stay nice and centered there. If you want a little bit more with this, we're nearly done. Try and arch the back a bit again, a bit like we did with the lunges. So elbows back, lift the chest, keep standing into the foot. Now remember, if you move your eyes, it makes it more challenging. So if you're going to lift your face towards the ceiling a bit more, just kind of go on a 45-degree angle rather than flip top the head. Elbows back, lift the chest, strong in the back. Good work. And then slowly come back to the middle. Can you reach your hands forward? Woo. Good work. Hands down, whoop, and step down into Tadasana. One big breath in, arms over your head. Exhale, let it go. Cool, guess what? Other leg. So check the foot's in a good position, feel it's in a good position, strong onto that foot, lift the heel, lift the foot, and if you notice your whole body kind of swayed over to do that, just stay a little bit lower today. Hands on the hips if you want, maybe flex the foot, maybe lift the knee higher. Good work. So you're getting steady. Start with your eyes gazed on one point, and then try the goalpost arms if you want. Stretch the fingers out. Move the elbows back about 1 centimetre. Feel that work in the back. And then take the hands back as well. Cool. How's that going? Stand strong from the base foot. A little bit of control right from deep in your core here. And then lifting your chest. Maybe take the head back a little bit. Look slightly up. See how far you can arch the back there, pulling the chest forward. Shoulders back, and still be able to breathe smoothly. So it's a little bit challenging, but not stepping into dangerous or painful zone. Alright, finish that off. Well done. Reach your hands forward, soften out the back, step the foot down. Nice one. One big breath in, arms up. And exhale, hands down. Cool, we're coming back down to the floor now. So scoot yourself back into down dog or to cat if that works better for you. And we'll try doing that sequence backwards, the one we did before, hey? Okay, so from down dog to go backwards, you bend your knees and take your bottom back over your heels off the ground. Cool, now keep the knees off the ground and try and come into that pause with the cat-cow with the knees off. Then put them down. Good work. And now I've lost my way trying to go backwards, haven't I? So we've got to go cow. And the cat. You. Now come back into child. Forward into chaturanga. Straighten the legs if you can into plank. Bang my head on the bed. And back into down dog. That might not have been the reverse order, but we got moving. Well done. Okay. Come through into bridge pose now. So sit down or lie down on your back. And let's do another chest opener in the bridge pose or a back bend. So feet steady about hip width apart. Arms strong on the floor. And as you're ready, lift up. We'll do 3 lift up and downs. And then we'll hold. Roll down. and 2. Roll it down. And this third one, if it's going well for you, you can stay up. If you need a break or you want to keep rolling, do that. So if you're staying up, maybe bring your arms underneath you to lift the chest more. Push your arms into the floor. You might hold hands behind your back. See if you can lift your hips a bit more. Okay, now if this is going well for you today and you want to try a one-legged one, lift one heel off the ground, keep the hips high. If you can go further, lift the foot into the ear. And then slowly bring it back down. Lift the hips again in case they dropped. Try the other foot, heel. If that's okay, toe. If that's okay, leg in the air. Slowly coming down. And lift the hips again. So take a break if you need, otherwise do one more on each side, one leg lift. Good energizing pose. Reach right up through the foot. Keep lifting your chest. Strong in the back. Right into the back of your legs. Just go as far as you can. And when you're done, roll down. Woo! Nice work. Okay. So with the back on the floor here, can you worm your feet? So go heel, toe, till you get your legs to straight, if that feels okay for your back. Full body stretch. Woo. Arms back by your side and worm your feet back in towards your bum. Heel, toe. Work your feet up. Good work. Knees into your chest and rock yourself on up to sitting. Voila, cool. Okay, so we're seated for a little bit. Straighten one leg and bend the other, and just get yourself organized there. You might want to sit on a cushion or something. Sitting up as tall as you can manage. If you need to, keep that, I'll go side on, this straight leg, straight-ish, if that works better for your back, okay? Remember, you're in your bubble here to look after yourself, not to thrash your body, so make it work. So the bent leg, I've got the heel just in front of the other knee, foot solid on the floor, sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. So I've had a bit of a theme of kind of strengthening the back and opening up around the chest today. So just try it in that position. And then we'll try with a little twist to one side. So the same arm as the straight leg, reach it up in the air and twist to that side. Maybe looking back now, the person who messaged me before, no names needed, asking about pregnancy, and I talked about watching for deep twists. So an open twist here and not going too far is normally okay, but make sure that it feels safe for you, yeah? And then come back. So a closed twist is when you go across the body. So reaching the arm back. So you just want to watch that one, maybe stay towards the front. But those of you who can, twist more towards the side and turn the hand back. Great. Come back to the middle. Okay, we're going to do this straight one again. Lift the arm. Stretch it back behind you. And we're going to turn this into that pose I promised called the rock star. So the hand is nice and close to the bottom here with a little twist off to the side. The bent leg foot is strong into the floor. And the straight leg is going to push the foot into the floor when you lift your hips. So we'll do a couple of tries, okay? Lift the chest, you kind of arch the back the further you go into this. Strong in the belly, push the hand and the foot down and see if you can lift your hips. That might be enough, go down if you need, otherwise lift up more. And maybe arch back. And then slowly come back down. How did that go? Not everyone loves that pose like I do, just do what you can, okay? We'll do 2 more. Alright, so roll the shoulder back, lift the chest, push into the floor. You can change the feet position if that wasn't working for you. Otherwise, just sit on the floor and do a nice back arch with the arms stretching over you. Cool. Okay, one more on this side. Big breath in. Maybe arch it back. Stay a little longer if that's feeling good for you. Woo. And cruise on back down nice and controlled. Are you a new person? Now you've been a rock star? Change legs. So hug it on in. And I'll just cruise on over to the other side. So straighten your other leg, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll start with a gentle open twist. So swivel around the same side as your straight leg. Just get the shoulder kind of out of the way to open the chest. And if you can, turn your head that way behind you. Oh, nice big breath in. And let it go, come back to the middle. Hold on to your leg if you need. And change arms. Sitting tall. You might stay to the front, but if you can, twist to the side. Hand behind you, little prop. Big breath in. And let it go. Back to the middle. Cool, now we're going to get ready for our rock stars. So roll back into the open twist again. And this time get the hand nestled in nice and close. So you've got a good support rather than just on your fingers or far out. Roll the shoulder back and lift your chest. Feel that you're strong into that foot. Brace from your insides. And then rocket your hips up into the air. That's it. Lean back more if that works for you. And slowly roll yourself back down. Good work. Try 2 more times. Remember, your bubble to look after yourself in. You don't have to go all the way up if you know that's not working for you. But if you want to on this last one, see if you can lean back maybe a little further. How far does the arm reach around? Ah, how does that feel? Slowly come back down. Whee! Okay, come to sitting for a moment. Actually, we do have time to do a sitting pose. Half an hour goes so fast. So I definitely find those kind of back bending opening poses really good for waking up and getting me going. Good to do in the middle of the day or in the morning. Especially as we don't have a long time to do a slow down relaxation today. You wouldn't want to do that just before going to bed, would you? Okay. So legs out in front. Now you might have your legs bent. Just start bringing your back forward after we've been bending back a lot and see how that's going. Perhaps you can walk your sit bones back and you can aid the walking back of your bottom bones by pulling the fleshy bits out of the way a bit. And lean forward. Good. Okay, so my back is settling into that. How's yours going? If it feels okay, straighten your legs a bit more, or even all the way if you can. We don't have too long here. Just really feel that you're starting to come into slow down mode a bit more. Let the breath settle and slow down. Let the weight of your head come forward. Also allowing your legs to lengthen out a little bit, so the bridges and the rock stars, quite a lot of support work from the back of your legs, so we're just giving them a little bit of a rest and open here. Change position. One more breath here, and then in your own time, just allow yourself to roll back down onto your back. Okay, so we got 2 minutes here just to chill out at the end. So let yourself sink. So you let yourself sink down. I'm just going to stay seated so I'm sure you can hear my voice well. Let your breath really relax here, just finding its own groove. As you sense these couple of minutes are for you to just completely take the weight off. You don't have to hold yourself up. The weight of your head sinking into the floor, the weight of your body resting. Well done. As you're letting everything slow down and take a moment's rest, just sensing for yourself how you went in your personal bubble with that practice. Were you practicing loving kindness or a non-judgmental approach to your practice, to your body, your feelings? And while you're there, perhaps notice, not just in the practice this last half hour, but the last few weeks, how have you been to yourself? Inviting you to have your yoga practice as a place to establish a really healthy sense of dialogue with yourself and your body. It doesn't mean that you're always going to feel super happy and amazing, but knowing that this is the place for you to trust and feel happy and safe with yourself. Take a nice big full conscious breath in again. Nice work, everyone. Feel free to finish your practice off with a big hug for yourself, whether you're lying on the floor or you're sitting up. Take your time now to cruise into whatever works for you. If this has got you woken up and you want to go for a walk or something, or you're feeling in the zone to do a little meditation, take that as it works for you. Thanks heaps for being here today. It's nice to know there's people on the other end of the screen. I can kind of see the little lights flashing there. Have an awesome day, and I hope to see you real soon. Maybe in person. Alright, take care. Ciao.